Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Aaron. Welcome back. I got some new mower blades. Smaller than I thought they'd be. These are Oregon something or other. I don't even know if I'm pointing it at myself. These are Oregon something or other. It's a replacement for my X-Mark serial number. And I mowed the actual fence-in backyard a couple weeks ago, and it looked horrible. Those blades on there, I mowed the llama pasture with them, and before I knew where all the obstacles were, there's like a couple of rocks that stick up above an inch or two above the ground, a couple of stumps that are just tall enough to catch the mower blades, and a couple other things I hit like the first time I ever mowed it. And then I didn't sharpen the blades at all last year, so I figure this year I'll get a new set of blades, I'll swap them out, and then I'll sharpen the old blades, and then when I'm ready to change them, when these get dull, then I'll just swap them out and then sharpen these and just kind of switch them back and forth. I think these were about 33 bucks on Amazon, and the mower shop quoted me $18 a blade, which seems a little high. So I figured I'd just go with these. Someone left me a comment and said get Gators, but I had already ordered the Oregons, so we'll see how they work. First, I'm gonna cut a couple of strips. I'm not gonna do it with the camera because, well, it's gonna be loud anyway, but it's really windy, and I just grabbed a little pocket camera today. So I'm gonna mow a strip really slowly, and then I'm gonna mow a strip going a lot faster, and it usually leaves 2 little rows of uncut grass behind it. So I want to do a comparison of what the old dull blades look like compared to the sharp new blades. It's probably been done before, but I wanted to do it just so I could see in an environment that I'm relatively familiar with. So let me cut the strips, and then I'll, man, those dogs. Let me cut my strips, and we'll take a look at them, and then I'll take one of those blades off, show you how terrible it probably looks, and then we'll see how the new one's cut. So it's kind of hard to see on the video or the picture, I'm sure. I did the right side going very slowly, and I did this left side coming back a lot faster, not quite full speed, but pretty fast, and I cut it at 3 inches. I really don't know what height I'm supposed to cut my grass at. I just, depending on how tall it is, I just try to make it so it's easy to walk in. I used to cut, let me get out of the wind. I used to cut a path from the side of the shop, the lean-to, over to where we fed the llamas. I used to cut that as low as that thing would go, and I could feel the scalp wheels on the ground, and it cut pretty well, but that was before I hit a lot of stuff. So I just put this thing up on ramps. There's probably a better way to do that, probably even with the tractor, but I'm just gonna put it on the ramps and slide under there, and hopefully it's not too much of a pain in the ass to take the blades off. I really need to make sure I clean out the underside of that deck after I mow when it's a little wet. So I got the blades off. They don't look as bad as I thought they would. I don't know how much you can really see on the video, but they're not terrible. I don't really see any nicks in them like I thought I would. And these Oregon blades are a pretty close match, with the exception of the little contour right here. Other than that, they're the same. So I'm gonna put these new blades on. It was very easy to take them off. And I guess I'm just gonna situate them 90 degrees from each other. The two on the outside say parallel to the axles, and the center one perpendicular to the axle in the back. That's about how they were. I think the center one slipped a little when I hit something once, so it probably accounts for that. But I'm gonna put them back on and see if it cuts any better. I guess it'll be a toss-up. The new blades don't seem a lot sharper than the old blades. The old blades are definitely dull. Well, the blades didn't seem to make as much of a difference as I'd thought. They definitely needed to be changed or sharpened. What seems to have done, or what seems to have made more of a difference, was the fact that I pulled up in the driveway and I hosed all that crud out from under the deck. And it also, I've noticed ever since I've had it, it always does better if the Mudflap thing, whatever it's called, grass guard, whatever, if that thing is up. So I think it's either, I'm cutting it too short, I'm going too fast, or that grass just can't get out of there fast enough. So the already cut grass, that grass can't get out of there fast enough, so it's preventing from cutting the grass that's on the ground. So I'm gonna flip this around. The wind just kicked up again. Doesn't look terrible, though I had to go over the spots I did initially twice. But man, I just don't know. I didn't have this problem when I first got it. It has gradually gotten worse as I've used the mower. If you've watched the channel, you probably know it's my first zero turn. I actually went in to buy a Skag. They didn't have the one I wanted. And so they said, well, we have this X mark. And I have a friend who does lawn care on the side and he uses X marks, and they've never failed him. So I figured, okay, it's gotta be pretty decent. So now I'm considering selling this thing and getting a Skag. If I'm doing something wrong, leave me a comment. You figure mowing should be pretty straightforward. You turn it on, you set your height, and you mow. Like I said earlier, I don't know how short I'm supposed to be cutting my grass. And maybe it's just a matter of, as much rain as we've gotten, it got so tall that I'm trying to cut it too short. So I don't know, guys. I'll admit it. I admit it all the time. I don't know about a lot of things. Let me know what I'm doing wrong in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.